Well, hello guys. Hello. Welcome back to the Big Fat Psychic channel. I'm so pleased to be reading again for you today. Okie dokie, series 7, episode 6. Let's crack on then, okay. Will Meghan ever go to prison for any of these crimes? Tax fraud by Archewell or any related charities by the Internal Revenue Service, political contributions to Ashley Biden and other groups trying to silence misinformation by the FBI, money laundering through charities, blackmail of the royal family by MI5 or MI6, or any other number of illegalities that she has committed and thinks she's above the law for. If so, which one? And when will we get to see justice being served? Okay, let's have a look. Will she get arrested? So she gets shut down. I would say that's all things for law. I'm getting so you've got the death reversed. I don't know, I kind of feel like she'd be removed from a situation. Everything gets shut down. She's got no choice and she's unwilling. Do you know what? I think she could be called up in a legal situation, most definitely. And when? Well, I think, it's one thing that leads to another. It's you're going to get dribs and drabs, okay? So first of all, the Archewell will be problematic. There's investigations there as well. So this isn't something Meghan can escape neither. But who would want to pull her out? What do law enforcement know about Meghan Markle? Oh, I think she's been paid. Receiving monies. Somebody's paid her, so that's what they know. I can't say how she could be doing something like being an Epstein plant or something. I don't know. Let's have a look. How do law enforcement feel about Meghan and what she's been up to? Ooh. Funeral, illness, death, call a doctor, and dark mind. So basically, they think she's a psychopath. If there was one crime she's going to be arrested for, what will it be? The fans, the trolls, it's the trolls, okay? And fans, I just get fans, people who will like her, people who will like her. That's what she gets done for. And she won't cope with it either. All the time with Meghan, whenever I've said she's going to get, a comeuppance, it's always that King of Cups, which is like vanity as well, trying to make yourself look good all the time, wanting people's praise and just attention, really. Sorry, I've just scrolled off my video. Oh my god, what's she doing? Sorry guys, I don't know why, but it's these nails, I think. Yeah, I think it's to do with fans. And I also feel like I always get the funeral card with her. So, not really sure if... oh, I don't know. I just feel like she meets a very grisly end. Will Harry ever be deported for lying on his visa application? Or anything else? He's just got the same card as Meghan. Maybe they both get kicked out. What has Trump revealed to Charles about Meghan and Harry? That you're going to have them back at some point. So they are getting uncovered, okay. I don't know whether it's a deportation for Harry or whether he just, you know, jumps ship and leaves. The past will have to be revealed. His visa will come up, and then that doesn't, you know, look good for Harry or the king. Hi BFP, my question is about Australia. How corrupted is the Premier of Victoria? Melbourne seems to be very supporting Hamas, allowing every week protesting. Also, Prime Minister of Australia, I believe, both cannot be trusted. You're right, they're all singing from the same hymn sheet, you know, the UK as well. And everywhere else, actually, you're going to find that it's coming in everywhere else because it's a collective. The only people that aren't agreeing is America, and that's why collectively they've been building and building for years, and it's a mass coup on America. And I know I'm not doing it justice because I'm not explaining it to you, but I will give you some links to a video in future readings about what we should be reading. Scary, scary. What do we need to know about Australia? You're okay. Do you know you're going to be okay? I'm not saying you're okay, but this is all about money as well, you know, funding for Hamas. Where you know, me, you, Australia, whoever, we're all paying for somebody else's water going while we're starving and, you know, homeless and getting evicted or losing our jobs. You've got a woman in Australia, okay, I feel like a woman is going to be quite powerful about this. I think she's going to be on your side. Will Australia ever have some, you know, will Australia have people that they can trust and depend on to help Australians? Will they? You're getting a yes there. Yes, yes, I see celebrations. Okay, so I do see a woman who is going to be... she's got such a voice. Such a voice. She doesn't need one of them microphones. She's got a right loud voice. But more importantly, she'll gather and garner the support. And again, it's women. I just feel like women are going to take the lead all over. But somebody interestingly pointed out that back in the wars, it was women who fixed trains, you know, and did stuff and did what the men couldn't do because there wasn't there. So it was actually the women who kept things going. And again, very powerful as well. So women are the key here. My question is the king to be trusted? And when will we see the UK back to normal, or semblance of normal? Can the king be trusted? Yes or no? No. Why not? Well, because he's just denying everything, you know. He's denying the truth of a situation. He's denying that things are wrong. He's denying us a new government. He's just deny. No, 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 no. Any, excuses or bad press. Oh, well, we'll nail him, you know. We'll set the royal PR machine on him. No, he's in denial, okay? That's the problem with King Charles. He's in denial. I'm not sure whether this is to do with cancer. You know, it must really make you think twice. I have to say, you know, like when you have something like cancer or any terminal disease, I just feel like it has a lot more effect on your brain than it does, say, if you nearly die of sepsis and you survive, you know. I don't have all those, like, things about cancer and living my own life and, you know, all shocking me and, oh, let's live life for now and, oh, family's important. Because I already had those values before I had sepsis. And I think that's how I've lived my life. Whereas Charlie Boy doesn't, he's just in denial. I don't even think, is he enjoying his actual being king? No, because evil Meghan has just ruined it for him. Absolutely ruined it. He's scared to death of her, so no, he can't be trusted. I don't want to trust everybody. I don't need to trust anybody. All I need to do is trust myself and also be aware of the fact that, you know, when you trust somebody and you're not sure whether to trust them or not, then it's all about oh, sorry, I've just got a message. So 13 in. Yeah, I don't expect to trust people. And I don't expect people to trust me. All I do is I just think, right, you know, if I give you the time of day and you turn on me or you do something nasty, that's my bad, you know. That's my bad. I'll learn from it. Whereas the king, I'm not asking him for anything, you know. We're just asking that he does his freaking job as a king and dissolve that parliament, okay? Whether he can, he can't, he can voice it, he can nail Starmer, but he's too petrified that, you know, these bloody people will want to disperse the monarchy. Well, the way you're going, mate, it will. Will the UK ever go back to normal or how it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago? Well, when someone comes in and takes charge, yes. But for now, we have to try and make it how it was as well. So hanging on to things or, you know, carrying out behaviours in a certain way. Doing as much as you can, really, to contribute to society as a whole. I mean, really, what would have changed in 5 years? Have you changed? You know, have you changed? Sorry, I'm just adjusting my top. Nothing changes unless we do. Can we go back? Yeah, if we can. If you want to. If you're willing. And if you do what it takes. But if you haven't changed in 5 years' time, then, you know, it's difficult to expect to go back 5 years as well. Well, our life is just moving so fast. We've got AI, we've got advancements, we've got war, we've got loads of new leaders coming in, we've got a power struggle, a spiritual war, a mass immigration problem. So yeah, I can see that people would want to go back, but whether we will ever go back and get it to that measure I don't think so. It's like I say, once you put the prices up on something, it's very difficult for it to go back to how it was 5 or 10 years ago, price-wise. And I just feel like that's the way life is. I am so done with the police at the moment. I am disgusted with their behaviour towards the British people. Yeah, I mean, they're not getting a good rap at the moment, are they? But, you know, at the end of the day, the real crux of the government that I'm insisting the police behave this way. I mean, let's just ask, how do the police feel under Keir Starmer's government? Burdens, and it's not the police burdens, it's not, you know, the rot from inside, it's by the government saying you must do this, you cannot allow that, and basically so they're taking the orders. That's, you know, that's all they're doing, because if they don't, well, funding gets cut, or, you know, the threats are made. You can't argue with our government, okay? So yeah, I think they're the police feel they're at breaking point as well. So basically, I can imagine in a staff room when you start a new shift, it's like, look, guys, I know it's difficult. We've got a protest coming up. You know, we've got to keep it calm. We've got to do this. The public needs this. We need to be seen this way. Tensions, you know, with different ethnicities. They really have got the weight of the world on the shoulders. And how that is passed down, well, I can tell you now, these young ones I've been seeing are just, you shouldn't be in the job. You was recruited based on diversity, inclusion, equality. Doesn't make you right for the bloody job, okay? It doesn't, and in that, I mean, all these new intakes, you know, and people thinking they can get away with things like setting up evidence, whether it be, you know, persecuting the public, whether it be, you know, taking advantage of a situation, being involved in the room in things, you know. This is all government, comes from the top. Bastards. What can I say? Bastards. But they're not all bastards neither. So just, you know, my advice, stay clear of them. You know, stay clear of them. Do not let them give you an opportunity to, you know, upset you. Right now, avoid like the plague. I mean, they're just too young. They ain't got, they don't know how to deal with people. So yeah, I agree, but I also understand why. Thank you, BFP. Another question. Will the Premier of Victoria be dividing the people of Victoria with... Oh, this is a big one. Right, hang on then. Thank you, BFP. Another question. Will the Premier of Victoria be dividing the people of Victoria with her sneaking a secret treaty she is working out with the Aborigines in Victoria? Only around 1% of Aborigines living in Victoria, I believe. This will be costing the taxpayers a huge amount of money to set up, and then every year. I am guessing Australia did not have a referendum a couple of years ago on the voice Aboriginals. It was voted out a big no. Unfortunately, Premier of Victoria and Prime Minister of Australia was not so happy with the people voting no. Sorry this long. I'll get there. Right. Well, the Premier of Victoria. Okay, so will the Premier of Victoria divide the people of Victoria? For some reason, one side feels they cannot speak out, okay? You've got the strength reversed here. So I'm kind of getting a, you know, this one side is seen weaker And so they don't have the ability to speak up for themselves without somebody helping them. I'm getting lacking the ability to do so. So I think if somebody goes ahead with something, the response isn't what they anticipate. Because I just get that one side has never been able to speak out, so they don't know how to do it. You know, they'll be cowards running away. I do see somebody else running away as well. So I kind of feel like maybe where the Prime Minister is, it's like, can't do anything about it. Hands are tied. I just feel like somebody doesn't want to deal with this. So I think the answer would be not strong enough. You know, not strong enough. That is good news, BFP, thank you. So, oh, well, that'll be about all the techies signing up all the MPs and having their fake driving licence and passed around. That's hilarious, honestly. It really did make my day. Listen, we've got some clever people, okay. Hi, BFP, so looking forward to this next series. Loving your enthusiasm. Oh, thank you. Dear BFG. How will Obama and Hillary be affected by the Russiagate exposure? Will Obama and his wife separate or divorce? So what's the outcome for Obama with Russiagate? No surprise there that he'll do a deal, you know. I think the only surprise is what took so long to, you know, find him out. Or will Hillary be affected? She's going to sing like a canary. Oh yes, look, she's going to cooperate. Which makes her a target. Will Obama and his wife separate, divorce? I think they already have, haven't they? They already, right, so they've already separated. That's why you're getting they're hiding something as well, especially about their relationship. So he's supposed to be having it on with Jennifer Aniston, isn't he? Don't know whether that's true, but anyway. So yeah, I'm getting hiding things here. I think they're both going to hiding soon. I do. I think they're both going to hiding soon. They're not being realistic. They've gone apart. They've grown apart, and now they're not. You know, now they are apart. So will they divorce? Well, if they think they're going to still stay together after this, you know, they're wrong, aren't they? They're just being unrealistic. When everything comes out and gets exposed, there's no way Mrs. Obama, to save face, will stay with him. What do the spirits say about Jesus? The spirits say he definitely existed, but also as well, I don't know, has Jesus made a lot of money over the last 4,000-5,000 years? Let's have a look. Is Jesus real? Was he real? Yes. Absolutely. Okay. It's a gift from God. So some of his things have been like miracles, okay, but they're not miracles. You know, I'm going to say, like, in one way, it's not miracles because, like, when you talk about the 5 loaves, the 3 fishes, and that, you know, they only had a loaf of bread and then thousands of people turned up. Well, that's about, you know, spreading their joy and people offering the last of what they had. So, yeah, Jesus does did exist. What's he up to now? Sure he is. Jesus, what you up to? I speak to him all the time. I'm always calling his name. What's Jesus doing these days? Ooh, helping the less unfortunate. Okay. So even Jesus and God knows about this threat of a spiritual war. What's going on? It's like one of those times in history where things are very difficult, you know. So like in the war, like that, very significant, good and bad things about it. And I think that's how Jesus sees this time as well. Will Jesus ever roam this earth again? No, you see him in different places, but it's his word more than anything. It's his word, it's the prayer, his teachings as well. You know, God definitely exists. Whether he's a bloody computer, I don't know. But, you know, God exists and so does Jesus. What does Jesus want us to know right now? You know, what would Jesus' message to us be? Maybe that we've stopped caring for each other. That's kind of what I feel. We've stopped caring for each other. Each to their own. And as humanity, you know, I know it sounds boring and predictable, but we need to look after ourselves a bit better as well. And we need to look after each other. Thanks, Jesus, for telling us something we didn't know. Will Starmer's top aide McSweeney and his cousin, advisor in Irish government, be prosecuted for conflicts of interest, with his father setting up housing migrants and receiving approximately $6 million to an offshore company? Oh, I think I've heard about this. Yeah, will he have to step down? Well, that bloody woman has, who, you know, homelessness, and she kicked tenants out to raise the rents. I told you, that's what they're doing. They'll get rid of you. Yeah, well, it's, what will that be the outcome for McSweeney and his cousin? Oh, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. Honest to God. Okay, so McSweeney's saying he's in a strong position and he's got support here. As for his cousin, well, his cousin's a different story. Let's have a look. What do we need to know about the cousin? I just feel like, you know, nothing sticks with, you know, this government. So I'm getting no surprise. I'm getting a downfall. And I'll get downfall as well for McSweeney, but I'm definitely getting a downfall for his cousin as well. So it means, like, But it's a downfall. It's a bad time. It's not like we're taking everything away from you. So they don't lose out, but it will be a pain in the ass to endure. Was Meghan married before she was married to Trevor? And did she have a baby before she married Trevor? Was Meghan married before she met Trevor? No. No. Getting get out, get out, get out. She did have a relationship though that didn't work out. Well, Meghan was lazy. I get she was lazy. She was lazy with relationships. It was them that had to do the running to her, not the other way round. At first, she'd get them till she's hooked them for the interest, and then basically, well, just couldn't be bothered after that. So I'm getting I don't believe she was married, and I never have done either. But it's always nice to have it confirmed again. So did she have a baby before she met Trevor? No. Again, didn't happen that way. No. And the reason I think it's the full reverse like that when it goes, it didn't happen like that, is that she didn't know until she was with Trevor a couple of years down the line that she couldn't have children. So, and that's what did happen. So that, you know, how did Meghan feel when she found out she couldn't have children? She was upset. She put it down to poor decisions, you know. Could have been you run out of eggs at a certain age, or your eggs aren't viable, or it could be that, you know, she'd left it too late. I don't think it was too late at all. I just feel like decisions should probably waited and hold it off, and then, you know, like something sad like I did when I was 31. I thought, oh, I always thought I'll have another child. Anyway, when I only went for some, due to some polycystic ovary syndrome, kept getting an hairy chest and a bit of a neck and a beard. Anyway, so, and then they tested all the testosterone, and virtually, basically, I was told that I had no eggs. I was devastated. Absolutely devastated. I can't tell you how bad I felt that decision was taken out of my hands. If it had been my decision, I'd have felt a lot better about it. But because it was a decision, and that when I gave birth to my son, it was a long, long time before I went into a relationship again. And when I met my husband, I thought, oh, well, you know, we could go for a child, and he was up for it. Only thing is, my body wasn't, so it is devastating. So I do feel for her, and anybody who goes through that. It don't matter whether you're an arsehole or not. You know, at the end of the day, it is a painful thing to experience as well. But it don't matter, because I had my husband's 3 children to fulfill me, as well as my boy as well. So kids all round, really. Now I've got the grandkids. But, you know, she would have been devastated. With Meghan, she tries not to. She gets devastated by the small things, and she copes easily with the massive things. I just feel with her, how did she handle it when she was told? A lot of drama, a lot of tears, you know, lot of tears as well. So, however it came, whether it was hysterectomy, whether it was you know, something else that had gone on, whatever it is, it was painful for her. I think that's what would have, you know, been a contributing factor for Trevor and her. There was no marriage contract with a bloody pregnancy agreement. that was only fed to you because it would make Meghan look so selfish, but still able to, you know, have a child. So that was a load of bullshit and all. Hi, is Peter Phillips going to call off his wedding? Oh, could be. Yeah. I'm getting broken plans here. Broken plans. Something not working out, you know. Why would he do that then? I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to say there's problems. But it could be, it's either a person or it could be the ideas, you know, where you want to get wed or what's going on, or you might change it. But I'm getting, to be fair, it's not good news at all. Can what Starmer signed over with EU be undone because it wasn't done legally? Can it be undone? I don't think it needs to be fair. I don't think it's going to go through totally at all anyway. I feel like the battle isn't with the UK. The battle will be coming from EU, but it'll also come from, you know, other places like the US. So I don't think it's actually all the way through. Yeah, like I was saying, sorry for that interruption. I was watching something about free speech and the lawyers, you know, in America. Well, basically, it's an assault on them. Okay, so mark my words, you'll hear more and more about what these solicitors are representing, and there are all these tech companies. And I tell you now, I tell you what it is. Ofcom are in for it in the UK. Our government is in for it in the UK. And it will, be, you know, affect everybody else as well who's, you know, planning these things. Everybody knows it's not about, you know, protecting children. It's out there for to steal our liberties and our freedoms. So it's going to be interesting over the next, you know, few months to see how this starts panning out. You can't shut an American down. They have the right, it's the First Amendment right to be able to do it. So obviously this law is unenforceable, and from what I've been watching on the discussions on it with legal wise, the UK and Ofcom don't know what they're talking about. Okay, they're doing these things, sending off legal letters to everybody, yet they don't understand the law as well. So it's like a treaty is involved. So I'll keep you updated when I know more. Will our beloved Catherine, Princess of Wales, survive her cancer? So she's getting better. Okay, she's getting better. The Wheel of Fortune moving round. So maybe after some time of like being little improvement, we're getting better. What challenges does Catherine have in the future regarding her health? It comes back. It comes back. She's only got a short reprieve. So it doesn't even have to be the same. It can, you know, be something different. But, you know, she's going to go through it again, unfortunately. So all we can do is just, you know, send healing. She has I just feel like there's something else, something that we haven't known about or discussed or hasn't come to light. But she's another one with a beautiful, aura. Lots of people have beautiful energy about it. I have good energy about me most days, and then there's some days, I could be a pain in the ass to somebody. So I kind of feel like with Catherine, we're going to see a moment where it's not usual for her. Maybe in a face, I'm seeing a facial expression. So that will speak. She's out in public, and I don't know if she's looking at somebody or like William, or I just see like it's a look out of place, not in love, but just a reaction to something that we'll see. I heard that people see that we have far more important things to worry about than Pa and little Henry's family yet. Casey will not be bothered in the slightest about what the British people think about anything. Britain is at a crossroads, good over evil. We've had enough. MSM should ban any talk of the traitor. Let's focus on ourselves. Little Henry hates Britain and the British people. Moving forward, we should not expect a quick fix. Our country and its citizens have suffered for years. All we can hope for is that someone who is patriotic comes along with solutions to our problems. Hear, it's right. I'll also say to you as well, though, the movement, movement away from Harry and Meghan is already happening. If you've noticed, channels. So sorry, I keep sorting my top out. I don't want you to see my boobs. My saggy ones, anyway. So we're moving away from it, So channels was always talking about just Harry and Meghan, and now moving on to politics, or getting involved with Blake Lively, or whoever else there is to talk about. So we are actually moving away, and they're becoming less important. I don't know about you, but I watch a lot less channels focused on Harry and Meghan now, because, well, we're just done with them, aren't we, really? We're done with them. I mean, it's probably like we'll all come crawling back when they're getting divorced, or, there's a big drama. But other than that, they're just a waste of space. And yeah, it is going to take, some time for us to get the country back to how it was. I mean, I just couldn't believe that we was, in a world where boy don't know if he's girl, girl doesn't know if he's boy, and all that crap. Where's the common sense in that, for God's sake? Honestly, when I talk about it with some of my colleagues, and I go, what do I say? So, it took a judge 3 years to rule that we are women, What a waste of a bloody 3-year court case that was. Why wasn't it good enough, to be told that anyway? Why do people think they always can change things or adapt them, or, it's just pure, utter codswallop. Starmer, will he be drummed out of office? Please. Now, I think it's, I think he will be drummed out of office. Will he be drummed out of the office? Yeah, well, I'm getting that he'll feel like he has to, because I just get like the mainstream media doing the dirty on him and releasing a story that isn't exactly tenable when you're Prime Minister. Kind of keep thinking, you know, when they come back in September. I am sorry, but I have to disagree with you as regards the police. They are all under oath to protect the governing party. So any protests against politicians by marching placards will be policed. Remember the woman who bought the ice creams for the police during Southport riots and how she was treated. And I understand what you're saying, and I absolutely agree with you. But these are like, you know, idiots that haven't been trained properly, don't know what they're doing. They're not having a firm leadership, you know, from bosses identifying weaknesses. We seem to have a lot of, you know, police officers that just tick the boxes, okay, and are not fit for purpose as police. So yeah, I do get what you're saying, but as well, the police take their orders from our Prime Minister and his guns, so they have to follow it out. So they're trying to resist the government, which is getting them nowhere, and then they're resisting the public as well. So it's you know, they're banging the middle. Okay, the government is using the police as a weapon. To beat us, to demean us, but they're doing their job, you know, they're doing their job. Yes, they could do it better, but when I say that, I'm not on about, like, if a copper was outside my house and, you know, he was having an argument with somebody. Now, you know, if he was a prick, he's a prick, you know, and you have got plenty of pricks, but you've also got a lot in there. As well, and it's like gang mentality. It's like what I've always said, in the care industry, you'll get a bad care worker, a lazy one, and that shift is going to be lazy, and it's as simple as that, because you lead by example. And it's the same for the police. If, you know, somebody's going to be a prick, the rest of them are going to be a prick. If one's got, you know, been told to do something, I can't say I've met many police officers in my time, but I do understand, like, being a civil servant, that you have to do things that you don't like, but whether it's with a smile on the face or a scowl, well, that's different, isn't it? That's different. The police aren't the police anymore. It was meant to be a vocation, you know. It was something, you know, your dad was a copper, so you was going to be a copper, or your brother's a copper, so you was going to be a copper, or a nurse, or a fire officer, you know. But the world's changed, and don't forget, those police, when they can't read the goodwill of others, they are trained that it will just be the slightest thing that can kick off and put people's lives in danger. So there's lots of conversations before they're out on the streets as well. So it is a lot of stress on both sides. So, you know, in the interest of being balanced and fair about it. Personally, I don't like it. But I do have a story. So quickly, anyway, we was all pissed as a fart one time, and we was coming back from seaside, we'd say, and we'd had a real good night, full of laughs. Anyway, my mate who was driving, she wasn't drinking. We was all sat chuckling in the back of the car, like real drunk, and there was a caravan in the way, and she went to go up the curb to go around the caravan, because it was like not a little caravan, and it was stuck in the middle of the road. Anyway, a woman came out and started shouting her mouth off. I wound down the window because I'm in the passenger, and she's shouting at the driver, but she was spitting a spray at me. So anyway, I just turned around. I don't know why I said it, but I went, if I was you, love, I'd get a better fitting bra. Well, there was right in my face, you see. So, you know, and yes, I was nasty, and it was a nasty thing to say. And anyway, my mate rang me up and she went, oh, the police are at my house. We want a word with you. So I said, what for? So she said, I thought she was winding me up. I was like, oh, yeah, bollocks to that. But just for saying her hairy words. Anyway, it came on the phone and I thought, freaking hell. So he said, I want to come and have a chat with you. She's most upset. Because I think I'd said something like, you know, if I was you, I'd get a better fitting bra, love. And that was it. Anyway, so he came to the house and asked me why I said it. So I said, well, it was one of those. I woke up, mine was bright and perky, and theirs was in my face by the end of the night. So anyway, started laughing, and I had Sky. I mean, this is going back quite a long time ago. Oh, a long time ago. My son was only young. And the football was on, and he went, oh, clock off in there, and 2 hours or something. I'll come back and watch the football. And I turned around and I just went, I don't think so. I went, you're not really you know, I don't, what was it I said? Something like, I just don't think so. I went, no, you're all right. Anyway, basically, it went off. I saw him a few months later in a nightclub, and he was like talking to me. But anyway, this is the nicest conversation I've ever had with you. I said, you've only met me once. Anyway, yeah, I didn't get a fan or out there, so it was fine. He was just more interested why I said it. Idiots. Yeah, they are, aren't they, though? You know, he would have wanted to wangle his dirty little thing into my house, you know, because of his position. I don't think so. Hi BFP, I just love these Dare to Ask read-ins. You are so adorable and you'll brighten my day. Question, what do you think will be the ultimate downfall of H&M? Do you really think they will divorce? Thank you. Much love to you. Oh yeah, definitely. Will Harry and Meghan divorce? Absolutely. So unhappy, you see, you know, Harry will get sick of being ill in the end, and Meghan will get sick of him being ill as well. They cannot, because of how they are with each other now, they have no way of getting it back on track. Okay, they've lost it. They've lost it. They're in different paths, different worlds. What do you think will be the ultimate downfall for H&M? These fans? What will be the downfall for Harry and Meghan? Yeah. Arguing all the time, and Discord not agreeing over the children, and Harry not coping, and, you know, both of them are going to be affected, and especially by money. You know, money is the root of all evil. When you've got it, it's great because you can just, you know, well, you can manage, can't you? But then when another person is not earning or has run out of money because his wife spent all his money, then that is going to be the card. Not for Harry. Harry will be fed up of being ill, and Meghan will not want to be skint. Okay, right, I think we'll stop there because it's been going on a long, and if you haven't noticed, I've had a couple of camera fails on this video, so it may have chopped and changed a little bit, but I think we got mostly everything in. Okay, guys, it's been a pleasure. I will be back tomorrow with some more readings for you, and yeah, we'll see. All right, bye now. Bye-bye.